question 7. Okay, so this one, sometimes the distance to find the equation of a parabola requires an algebraic skill that doesn't come until Algebra 2, and so that is the reason why I'm exempting the checkpoint and the Unit 1 exam, is because I'm not wanting to hold the students that haven't had Algebra 2 accountable for this information yet. So I will be stepping through this problem and I will just be briefly going over it. For question 7, a parabola has a focus of -3, 3 and a directrix of y equals 2. Match each numbered step with the correct step of the process for finding the equation of the parabola using the distance formula. Step 1, let f represent the focus, and p represent the point on the parabola, and d represent the corresponding point on the directrix, each with the following coordinates. So the focus point has the coordinates of -3, 3. Again, they found that from here. P is a point on the parabola. They have no idea what this location is at, and so that is why it's represented as x, y. And D is the point on the directrix. How did they go from the representation of y equals 2 to the point D is x, 2. So if you have the line y equals 2, you would go up 2 units on the y-axis and draw a straight line. So it doesn't matter where at on this line, that y value is going to always be 2. Now that x value could be here, could be here, could be here. They don't know, and that's why they're representing it by an x. So step 1 is first noticing that from the focus point to the parabola, that distance has to be equal as the directrix to the parabola. So that is step 2, is first noticing that the focus point to the parabola, that distance is equal to the distance from the parabola to the directrix. That's what a parabola is by definition. So that is step 2. Step 3, how did they find this? Well, they used the distance formula for the coordinates with f and p up here, and the distance formula again was x2 minus x1. So f was x1, and they said that's x1, and our p is x2, so they just substituted these in, and they substituted it in likewise for the y coordinates. So that's how they ended up with this half, by just representing what the distance of the focal point to the parabola is. Now, how did they end up with the other distance? They found the distance for using the distance formula from D to P. So again, they had D being x1, y1. So that's why there are those guys. And from the P point, they had it as x2 and y2. So that's where those ones showed up. So that's how they ended up with this formula, is they just took the distance for each side. Now, they expanded it and simplified it to find this for step 4. I am showing you these so that you can select them and receive credit for it. So step 4 is x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus y squared minus 6y plus 9 is equal to y squared minus 4y plus 4. Then step 5, they simplified and collected like terms, and they ended up with x squared plus 6x plus 14 is equal to 2y. Step 6, the equation for this parabola is 1/2 x squared plus 3x plus 7 is equal to y. So those are the steps for you so that you can answer this question. And I hope that helps explain why checkpoint 1 and the unit exam are exempted.